Duncan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary Johnson, the term OTM other than Mexicans is a DHS term, correct?
It's certainly a term we use around DHS.
Used by your field officers of people apprehended crossing the southern border that are not of Mexican descent?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take all Latinos out, Guatemalans, Hondurans, El Salvadorans, all those out. There are other people that cross the border that are of African, Asian, and Middle Eastern descent. Am I not correct?
You are correct.
That are apprehended crossing the southern border? Okay, thank you.
You are absolutely correct.
Well, our southern border is not secure. We have no idea who's coming into this country. I could go on to Iran and Hezbollah and the tri-border region and the ties between Lebanon and Paraguay, the tri-border region there that the chairman and I investigated a number of years ago. But let me shift. We have no idea who's in this country. We have no idea who can come into this country through our southern border because it is not secure. Are you familiar with the Jewish museum that was shot up in Brussels in, I think, May or June of 2014?
Yes.
Okay. And that's for Director Comey, too. Several people died. The perpetrator was a foreign fighter who had been trained in Libya or Syria or Iraq. We're not sure. But he made his way back into Europe. And because of Schengen and open borders, he made his way to Brussels and killed several people and then fled, made it all the way to Marseille, France, was just about to jump out of Europe into Africa before he was apprehended. These are the facts. Foreign fighter flow is something we've got to be very, very serious about, especially because of open borders, especially because of the millions of middle-aged and young Middle Eastern men that have migrated to Europe, who could possibly have the ability to enter in this country because of open borders, visa waiver programs. It may not be this year, it might be 5 years after they get citizenship, whatever it takes. I will say this. I think the chairman misspoke a while ago when he used the number 10,000 immigrants coming into this country, refugees in the resettlement program. I've heard the number is 100,000 next year. Regardless, it's too many if we do not have the ability to properly vet those individuals. Some of those will come to South Carolina. I will tell you that the folks in South Carolina are very, very concerned about our inability to vet properly the refugees that are coming. I've been to the refugee camp in Jordan. I understand the immense challenge that we face from a humanitarian standpoint. I understand the need or desire for folks to leave the Middle East and travel to Europe or try to come to this country to try to create a better life for their family. I think the chairman spoke appropriately when he said we are a very humanitarian nation. History proves that. But we've got a different situation on our hands. We've got a group known as ISIS, and Al-Qaeda is still relative in this world as a threat to the United States, who want to come to this country, who have said they will exploit this refugee program to come to this country. And if they are able to make it to Europe, and they're able to jump to Africa and make it to South America or Latin America, because of our open borders issues, they could come across our border the way the OTMs are coming today. So, Mr. Comey, what can I tell folks in South Carolina about our vetting of these refugees that will put their minds to rest, that we are properly vetting everyone that may come into my state, that may wish to harm the United States? What can I tell them? Please share with me some bit of good news about this refugee resettlement program, because I'm not hearing it.
The good news is we're much better at doing it than we were 8 years ago. The bad news is there's no risk-free process.
So I hear interviews in the camps, in the refugee camps, but also hear that the records aren't there. So I just want to encourage you all, the three of you that are charged with national security of this country, to rethink the resettlement of refugees in this country, especially in the numbers that I'm hearing. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.